Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Barrel Labs, another daily barrel report. We're going to be going over the Tuesday, Dinger Tuesday, as we like to call it, June 30th slate. Um, I'm going to keep doing it like I did y'all last time. I'm going to break it down by what I'm looking for home runs, I guess, per se. But you know me, guys. I'm more so looking for props like hits, runs, and RBI profiles, people I could take for hits, 2 hits, people that I'm taking for hitter fantasy scores. So that's really how I'm looking at this using this dashboard. I know most people are used to looking for just straight up home runs, which is cool. I do actually have a couple things that I've put on here now. So as we go through the slate, you guys will see a couple things. One that sticks out is the barrel signal. So the barrel signal is actually something I added as a result of some back testing that I'm doing. I'm taking daily stats every day, just identifying, trying to make sure that the way that I have this graded, the way that I have these scaled, is accurate to the results that is returning. Um, so I actually even just gave us some notes because what I'm also going to do is throughout this, guys, everybody that I'm saying, I'm going to just go ahead and put them on a Google Sheet, and I'll put this Google Sheet out as well as the video. So that's just something you guys could benefit from. I encourage you all to still make your own list. If that's how you learn, that's how you get down, I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem. Um, so that's just something I'll do as well. Is just add my own, notes from what we're doing here, along with the video. So the barrel signal, I'll even just go over with you. The barrel signal, what I've noticed is a combination of a couple things. From back testing, these are the highest buckets that have been returning. So barrel score, which was previously true home run score, but because I'm not necessarily focused on just home runs, I wanted to identify what I'm really looking for, and I'm looking for barrels. I'm looking for people who are just hitting the ball, right? Um, so barrel score greater than 70, form score, which is the home run form score, right? Form score greater than or equal to 60, and their odds being between 300, plus 300, and plus 800, right? That's a big thing. I know people see a lot of talk about odds. It is a thing. It does seem to be a thing, right? Because we'll take Schwarber, for example. Schwarber is somebody who I think off the top of my head, I see him. He's at 168, right? Plus 168 for his home run odds. Well, plus 168 isn't really that great of odds when we're thinking about home runs, right? Something that's tough to do. So, and he chalks us, right? He's somebody who we call chalk. But looking for somebody who may not be like a popular name, what they call like a high ownership name, is really starting to stick out. And so that is hitting at 15.71% right now. Barrel score alone of just greater than or equal to 65 is hitting at 15.49%. And then barrel score greater than or equal to 60 plus the split score of 60 is hitting at a 13.54%. Now, split score is one of the stats that I've had. Now, I know people are curious as to the look. So there's actually a lot more that goes into this data table than you guys see. Even into these scores, there's a lot more stats that I had. I've got pulled air, I've got blast. Like, there's things that I didn't have visible because for me, I just like to see things a certain type of way, to be honest with you. So I didn't want to have to scroll all the way over. I wanted to just be able to just go scroll up and down and see what I wanted to see. So a lot of the stats that I do have are just baked in here, into the scores already and just not visible. If you all prefer to see certain stats, let me know because it's no problem for me to just turn the column on. I'm pulling from like live StatCast. Like this is all information coming from StatCast. So whatever stat you want to see, let me know, guys. I really just wanted to me personally, I made this for myself. And then I just decided like, oh shit, okay, maybe somebody else might want to see this too. So then I was like, cool, let's go ahead and make some videos. So that's what we are, y'all. So what we're gonna do is same thing we did yesterday. We're just gonna go through every game on the slate. I'm gonna break down what I like, who I like, and really what the stats are telling us. Like we know now. So barrel score is the condensed pool of the um, higher hit rate of home run hitters, right? So that's what barrel signal is. If you see that across anything, guys. But other than that, I'm gonna be taking some notes. I've already got a couple for this first game. And then we'll just keep it going, y'all. We'll just keep it going. Again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody who's been reaching out to me, hit me up. I'm going to keep sharing the data. I'm going to keep sharing information. I'm going to keep getting better myself. And I'm going to just keep helping everybody win if that's something that we want to do. So let's get right into it. For today, first game, we got 15 games. First one is White Sox versus Baltimore. We got White Sox versus Trey Gibson. Oh, the other thing I added, this was something that somebody asked. Platoon advantage is now in the anything green is platoon advantage. So anything that's green is left-handed hitter versus right-handed pitcher, or vice versa, right? Based on whoever's pitching and who's hitting. So that is in there. I don't have the switch hitters on yet. I probably could do that. I just deciding colors is really the whole part that's annoying. And now you also see what barrel signal will get orange and a star to truly identify that they have these three things: the barrel score greater than or equal to 70, a form score, home run form score of greater than or equal to 60, and their odds are between 300 and 800 to hit a home run. Those are the people we're looking at. So, looking at the White Sox first, barrel score, Montgomery and Vargas are sticking out to me immediately. Grichuk is honestly a good bat, but now thinking outside of home runs, he's a great bat for hits, runs, RBIs, for hits. He's a great bat for fantasy score. If that's something that you're on a book that does that, or not a book, but like an app that does that. I'm in California, so like I'm kind of restricted to certain things that I can and can't do. So that's why I look at this in a different type of way too. But yeah, home runs, you know what I'm saying? We're looking for home runs. Let me see. Yeah, Gertruck today had a hit and he had an RBI, right? So hits, runs, RBIs, most likely 0.5, 1.5. That's cash right there. So that's another way to look at this. Benintendi's got the platoon advantage, so he looks good for tomorrow too. And then looking at form, right? And so Benintendi does still meet those boxes, right? He has a barrel score. No, it does. It's actually not greater than 70. All right, what is it? Greater than 70? Yep. So no, and that just honestly, I did that to help you all. Looking through, if I sit here and tell you 3 names, 6 names per game, that's a lot of names to have to think about and filter through. So I'm trying to find ways to, you know what I'm saying, condense it and get it down to what we really want, and what we really need. So going to the next team, Baltimore versus Eric Fede. All I know is Pete Alonso did chalk people today, but he does look great, and he has good history against Eric. So they've seen each other plenty of times. Pete Alonso honestly has got the best of him majority of the time. So that's a safe bet for tomorrow. For me, I think that's still a safe bet. And he's got the barrel signal, right? So he's good for possibly good for a home run. He's in that small pool of my data that's been hitting at 15% right now. So I'm okay with that. So I'm looking at Pete. What did I have him for? I got Pete for home run, but you also could take him for total bases, right? So put total bases and fantasy score, right? And then as you guys can see, I got Basayo and I got Cowser. Cowser and Basayo both have top 3 barrel score and top 3 matchup score. And Cowser has got a stolen base today too, so that's why I like him for hitter fantasy, because there's those other type of offensive advantages that get you points where, no, okay, you're not cashing a home run, but you're consistently growing your bankroll. And that's really what it is. You just got to consistently grow your bankroll, and then you could go take them home run lottos. I'm putting them in too. Don't worry. We're going to chase some lottos together. Um, so yeah, that's really what I liked for this game, right? So I got Montgomery, Vargas, Grichuk, Alonso, Basayo, Kauser. So we're gonna go to the next game. And that's kind of just how I'm going to break it down for you guys. Oh, top reads of the game is Alonso, Montgomery, Vargas, and Grichuk. So Texas and Cleveland's the next game. Top reads is Peterson, Nimmo, Berger, and Seager. And it does look like Texas could have a field day against Bibby. And DeGrom is pitching. So that's the other thing. For Texas, barrel score, Peterson, Nimmo, right now, they both have the barrel score, top two. And they both have the barrel signal. So that's who my eyes are going to first, just based on what the data is telling me, right? Um, but then I can't deny my guy, right, Foscue. Right, Foscue looks good too. You could take him for bases. He actually cashed bases. So yeah, for Texas, we can go Nimmo and Peterson, right, for home runs, obviously. And if you're taking somebody for home runs, you could stack their bases, you could stack their fantasy, you could stack their hits, runs, RBIs, right? Those are things you could do. So yeah, we'll go Jock Nimmo. We did home runs, total bases, fantasy score. Those are really the three markets that I focus on. Hits, runs, RBIs. I do like that one too, honestly. It just depends because a lot of the times the apps I'm using is a goblin, so really just depends on the payout I'm trying to get. Home run for Nimmo, total bases, and fantasy. All right, so of course Seager still looks good. And Foscue, oh yeah, let me not forget my guy Foscue, bro. Total bases and fantasy. So what I've also been trying to identify too is where to just skip. I'm not really trying to waste money on every single game, so I might personally not give you a pick for every single game if they don't really match my criteria and the criteria that we have set out, right? Bare minimum, we're looking for a barrel score of 65. There's only one person who meets that, and that's Kyle Manzardo. So it's not worth, to me, it's not me worth risking units on a game like this, on a team like this, per se. I'm not saying that they won't cash. I just don't feel comfortable chasing every game. That's just me personally. If you see something, that's why I have it up here, right? And I'm showing it still. If you see something that you prefer, that you are comfortable taking, take it. But I'm not going to necessarily highlight every single hitter if I don't think it's worth highlighting. Top barrel score on the team, Manzardo. He's got the best matchup, and nobody else has a form over 60 right now, which is what we're also looking for. So best for me, like what I would personally feel comfortable taking, is Manzardo for bases or hitter fantasy, or even hits, runs, RBIs. So let's go Manzardo. Oh, whoops. Total bases, hitter fantasy, hits, runs, RBIs. Right, and that's it. I'm not taking anybody else from Cleveland because they just don't match my criteria right now that I have. So we're gonna go to the next game. So we got Pittsburgh versus Philly. We got Sanchez on the mound for Philly, so this could be a good game. Top reads is Schwarber, Lowe, Harper, Reynolds. Let's see. Schwarber, right? Beautiful barrel form is there. Brandon Lowe's got the barrel signal though, so that means he's got the form, he's got the barrel score, and his odds are between that 3 and 800 mark, and so is Bryce Harper. So immediately to me, home runs, I'm looking to them first. Right? I'm not necessarily saying you have to take them, but just based on the data I do have right now, they're the ones who are more likely to hit the home run. So let's see. Pittsburgh barrel score. We got Lowe, Reynolds, Ozuna. Rounding out the top three. Those are scores above 60. Let's see here. Form. Right, O'Hearn does creep up there with the form. Then we'll just see. Let's look at everything. Indy Rodriguez did come through for us. Shout out to my boy Indy because he does have those numbers, right? He's getting on base. He's making contact. He's got great pull barrel. I'm sorry, he's got great barrel when he's making contact. Launch angle is there. Home run immediately, that sticks out to me though, is Brandon Lowe, right? So we'll go Lowe. Home run, hitter fantasy, total bases. I like Indy. Alright. Yeah, I do like Reynolds, even though Reynolds, I know he broke a lot of hearts today. He broke my heart, man, but I'm going to run him back, though. I'm going to run him back. He doesn't have the barrel signal, so I'm not necessarily going to take him for a home run, but I will take him for total bases and fantasy score. All right, that's just how I would look at that. Going down to Philly, Bubba Chandler's on the mound. Barrel scores going Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, Realmuto, Sosa. Matchup is looking like Schwarber, Harper, and Marsh. And, I mean, Harper does look solid. It's just these strikeouts right here. Same up here. It's going to be a strikeout-heavy game. Tomorrow looks like a very pitcher-dominant matchup. Across a couple games that I'm seeing early on. So just keep that in mind, too. Harper's giving the home run signal, though. Schwarber, you could take bases. Bases might be risky, right? Hits, runs, RBIs, I would say. I say bases is risky because I don't really see him being some. I mean, he does hit doubles, right? I've seen him hit a couple doubles. He has some triples. It's very rare, but if he's not at the park, he's not really running. And Schwarber's somebody who could go 1 for 4, 2 for 4. I mean, but that would cash bases. It just depends on the type of market you get, like the type of odds that they're giving you for some of these props. But immediately though, Schwarber, Harper, Marsh stick out. Marsh has been just on fire. He's just been on fire. Even though his pulled barrel doesn't necessarily show it, he's making great contact. He's getting on base. And he's hitting the ball pretty hard. So, oh yeah, right here. Yeah, and he's hitting the ball pretty hard. So, it's something to look out for too. So, I'm looking Harper, home run. Marsh. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. All right, so let's go to the next game. Got Detroit versus New York. Top 4 is going Dingler, Carpenter, Green, and Rice. Let's see. So barrel signals going Dingler, Carpenter, and Green. They have been pretty hot. So Detroit's starting to pick it up. Barrel scores showing me Dingler, Carpenter, Green, and Torkelson. Torkelson's got the barrel signal too. I mean, and that's rings pretty true. It's pretty safe. It's a pretty safe bet there. So I would look at a team like this is you can do like a stack, right? You could take all 4 of those batters. It is Skubal though. That's the thing, right? They're going against Skubal. So in this instance, I do know that Torkelson's got some good history against Skubal. Let me see. Is it Torkelson? See, the Torkelson or Carpenter, either one of them, I know both, either one of them has Skubal's number. I think he's hit him for. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I got it switched up. That's what it's Goldschmidt for Skubal. I'll worry about that later. We got Cam Schlittler on the mound for New York. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long day for me. I work in IT, so I stare at computers all day and then come home and do this. But it's cool, and I got three beautiful children. But that's really why I appreciate the positive feedback I get, because I am taking time out of my day to do this, and I'm really just trying to help people. I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm not here to compare myself to anybody. I'm just here to help anybody else who's trying to get out of a position like me. So let's see what we got. I mean, Detroit stack right against Schlittler. Schlittler, they're gonna catch him slipping. Anybody who's got the barrel signal, I'd be comfortable with you all taking. So let's look at New York. I can understand why Goldschmidt doesn't have. Let's look at it first, though. So barrel score is going Ben Rice, Goldschmidt, Chisholm, and that I can understand that. Matchups going Goldschmidt, Rice, Rosario. Rosario did come through for us. He did hit a home run today. Ben Rice looks solid, but he's iffy. But Goldschmidt, I could understand why Goldschmidt doesn't have the barrel signal, because his odds. He's probably gonna have okay odds. His form isn't there though, right? What is that? What we need? Form. Yep. But he is still somebody who I would take for a home run. So let me actually put, what is it? Torkelson. I'll take him for a home run. And then what do we say? Goldie. I like Goldie for a home run. I like Goldie for everything, honestly. Next would be Ben Rice, but I'd be okay with taking Ben Rice for bases, because his form isn't there. I don't want to force a home run if I just don't see a clear home run. That's just me. He could hit one though, right? He's got great numbers. It's Ben Rice. But to be safe, you can always take bases. Fantasy. So that's why I'm going there. All right, let's go to the next game. So now that you guys know a little bit of how I'm trying to break it down in depth, I am going to go a little bit faster, so that way I just don't take up too much of your time, however you are watching these videos. So top reads for the Mets in Toronto is Soto, Okamoto, Alvarez, Vientos. Okamoto is the only one with the barrel signal, so that's for me, and I love Okamoto. All right, and we got some good weather that's supposed to be happening tomorrow, so we'll see. We'll see how the weather fares. Got the Mets versus Gosman. Barrel scores going Soto, Alvarez, Vientos, and then matchup. You see it, right? You see it. I'm not even going to focus mostly on that, because I just want to go to the numbers we want, right? Form, barrel score, and odds. And if they don't have that signal, I'm looking for other props. That's just immediate for me in my head. And that's why I do it, because I'm not trying to sweat Soto for 4 at bats, 5 at bats, and he does some BS. We are all pissed, right? But he is good for it though. So and tomorrow against Gosman, though, that's going to be a tough matchup. Alvarez has been, hitting pretty decent. Soto does have a platoon advantage, as well as Jared Young and Lindor. So keeping that in mind, I like Young. I do like Young. His numbers look good. All right, so let's take Young. I take him for fantasy and total bases. Soto, I'm just going to say bases, right? I'll take Soto for bases. And fantasy too, right? I'm okay with that. If he chalks me, I will be mad at myself later, but I would have already known that I told myself not to take him. But it's all good. We keep it moving. I don't really like too many other people, because I just don't see their form there, right? I mean, Ewing is pretty hot. I like Ewing. Pause. He's got a hot bat, right? Ewing's got a hot bat. He's somebody who's been heating up in form. So definitely pay attention to him. And the numbers show it. Right, he's getting on base. A lot of the Mets are getting on base. They're putting up numbers when they do play. So I do like Ewing tomorrow too. Let's take Ewing. All right. Let's see. So like I was saying, Okamoto's the only one that's giving me barrel signal, barrel score. Um, yeah, he's the only one that's got a plus 70, and the only one with the form of plus 60 that we needed. That's where my eyes are immediately going. After that, Springer looks the best. All right, Dalton Varsho doesn't look too bad either, though. As far as what I'm looking now after we've now narrowed down the barrel signal, I'm still looking at right barrel for the balls in play, um, meaning how hard are they hitting the balls that are in play, not line outs or ground outs, but balls that are actually in play. Um, I should say not foul balls, right? Yeah, I want to make sure how I give you that information right. But again, this is information you can go and like Google. That's how you really get even better with this, is take this and go do your own like extra more in-depth research. Statcast is another great place. That's where a lot of this information is. Um, it's just a matter of learning how to read it, and I understand that part. A lot of these dudes do get good fly ball though, and they have great launch angle. Peñago, he sticks out to me for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with my gut there. I'm just going with my gut there. Something's telling me Peñago. And did I put Okamoto? Oh yeah, I don't know why I just put him down there. I did put Okamoto first, but all good. All right, that's really what I like there. All right, that's what I like there. Right, we're not missing. I mean, and again, Alvarez, these guys are above 60 as far as their score goes, but barrel we need. I like plus 70 barrel. Um, that's what we're looking for. Barrel of at least barrel score plus 70. So let's go to the next game. So Washington versus Boston. Top reads is going Woods, Contreras, Abreu, Garcia. Wood did hit a home run, so he could be getting back in the groove. It could be something to pay attention to. Um, Wilson Contreras, man, shout out to Venezuela. That's definitely, praying for them. It's been tough what they're going through, and he felt that. He's been feeling that. So that was pretty dope to, see these players bring their passion into the game. So let's see what's going on. He's feeling that too, so he could be heating up with that. He's playing very passionate, so keep that in mind too. That's a real thing for players, man. So Washington versus Connolly. Barrel scores going Wood, Garcia, Mead. Matchups going Wood, Garcia, Cruz. And I just like to look at the top three because typically top three is going to be in that 70 plus range, 60 plus range that we want. Wood could be good. Garcia's heating up. He's got the best form on the team right now, which is the last 14. Yeah, last 14. So Wood and Garcia immediately stick out to me. You can even take Wood for a run, right? He's somebody who scores. He gets on base, hits. That's right. Hits, runs, RBIs could be good too. Garcia Jr. And Mead could get on base for us too. Mead could get on base. He's got that plus 60 form. So yeah, Mead could be a sleeper pick tomorrow too. Let's go ahead and throw him on there. Go fantasy score because he could get walked. That's the other thing to keep in mind is is walks, right? If somebody's got offensive production, or if they're in a position, it just depends. Games are situational, so that's the other thing that it's a lot of situational baseball that goes on. Boston versus K Cavalli. Let's see what's going on. Contreras, Abreu, Duran's top three for barrel score. Matchup scores going Contreras, Duran, Abreu. Yeah, Contreras, man. That's really where I'm going. All right, home run. Hit a fantasy total bases. I don't see anybody else. Abreu, possibly. Fantasy bases. He's got the platoon advantage as well. So, all right. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, got St. Louis versus Atlanta. I don't know what's been going on with Atlanta, so this is going to be an interesting game. Nobody might meet any criteria. Top reads is going Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Drake Baldwin, Jordan Walker. And St. Louis versus Perez. Top three barrel scores. We got Walker, Burleson, Velasquez. Matchup is going. Top three is Walker, Velasquez, Newbar. Burleson is looking really good though. Walker's got the platoon advantage, but his form hasn't been the best. But it doesn't mean he can't get on base. It doesn't mean he can't score or get a hit, right? So keep that in mind. Newbar's got the best home run form currently. No platoon advantage though, which doesn't always mean automatic home run or whatever. Does got solid hard hit. So I like Newbar. Total bases and fantasy possibly, right? And then Walker. I do see him hitting a home run tomorrow. Let's see who's on the mound. It's possible. It's possible. But I'm not risking it, right? Signal's not there, so I'm not risking it. So, if anything, take bases. And I like bases because I use prize picks. I like bases, and I like hit a fantasy score because they're the fixed payouts, right? I don't necessarily like to go with goblins or demons. And yeah, I don't even want to always. It just depends. It just depends. Let's see. Atlanta versus Libertor. Barrel score, we got Olson, Riley, Baldwin. Matchup, we've got Baldwin, Olson, and Riley. Nobody I'm taking for a home run, right? Not to say that they won't hit one, but their form is just not there. Now they've got good barrels still because they're getting on base, right? Looking at Drake Baldwin, looking at Matt Olson, they're still getting on base, and they still have great barrels. So they're hitting the ball far, and they're still hitting the ball hard. They're just not necessarily hitting it out of the park. But if I did have to, because Atlanta is somebody that still does put up numbers, Matt Olson is sticking out to me. He's got the best launch angle, and he's got the best hard hit on the team, as well as his Will Bacon. All right, so bases, fantasy, and he could hit a home run. Matt Olson very well likely could hit a home run. And then after that, Michael Harris. I do like Michael Harris. Total bases, fantasy. That's probably where I'll leave it at that for Atlanta. Drake Baldwin isn't a bad eye either. He's got, the best matchup. So it is possible. It's just he doesn't have the best form right now because he is coming back from injury. He just got back. Maybe, I think he's now got 3 weeks under him. So he's got more games. But once more data comes out for him, we'll get more, you know what I mean? Look, he's only got 500 balls in play. So Once we get more data, though, he'll look better. But Drake Baldwin is somebody, though, too. Let's see. Hitter fantasy and bases. All right, let's go to this next game. Got a few more. I'll probably speed it up a little bit so that way we can get through these. Tampa Bay versus KC. Top reads is going Caglione, Caminero, Witt, and Perez. And immediately, Caglione, Caminero, and Witt all have the barrel signal. But I do like Caminero. He's probably got one of the hottest bats in baseball right now. 7 home runs in the last 4 or 5 games. Yeah, he's definitely somebody that could go yard. So we'll just go Caminero. All right, home run, total bases, hitter fantasy. Next, though, after Caminero, Aranda does look good. Yandy does have the platoon advantage. Yeah, Aranda probably bases. I like Aranda for bases. And fantasy. All right. Got KC versus Griffin Jacks. Top 3 barrel scores going Caglione, Witt, Perez. Matchup is going Caglione, Marte, and Bobby Witt. I mean, Caglione and Witt both have the barrel signal, so they are, 2 people who I would go with. Their numbers are there. Form is for Cags is solid. Matchup is at 80. Yeah, Cags and Witt. That's the total bases and Witt. There we go. All right, next game. And like I said again, guys, these notes will be available with the video too. I'll just go ahead and drop it all together. So we got Cincinnati versus Milwaukee. Top reads is going Bowers, Stewart, Chourio, William Contreras. Barrel signal is South Stewart. And South Stewart is looking pretty good. Top 3 barrel scores for Cincy is South Stewart, Stevenson, Steer. Ellie is heating up. JJ Bleday, he's got the platoon advantage, so that's something to keep in mind. Matchup, Ellie, Stewart, Stevenson, Bleday. Man, Nate Lowe, man. I do like Nate Lowe. Wish we could see some more from him. See Bleday. Bleday been chalking me a little bit lately. I'm gonna let him chill. I'm gonna let him breathe. Barrel signal is with South Stewart, so I'm gonna trust it. And this is for testing purposes, man. This is, like I said, guys, a 3-week project now. So this is all still very new data, very new, formulas that I'm putting together, but getting feedback from you on. So whatever you like, I'll put emphasis on. Whatever you don't like, shit, I'll take it away. I'll take it away. And continue to improve so that we keep winning. See, I'm gonna go Stewart. I'm gonna go South Stewart. Total bases, right? Stevenson, Bleday. Yeah, see, his form just isn't there. So I do like Bleday for bases, though. I do like Bleday for total bases, so I'll leave it there. And that's just what I like, right? You guys may like something else. That's why I'm giving you all time to see these charts, too. Because you all might like something different than what I see. Milwaukee versus Louder. Barrel score immediately is going Bowers, Chourio, Contreras. Matchup is going Bowers, Mitchell, Chourio. And Chourio is heating up on the form. Matchup, let's see. Oh, sorry, what form? Yeah, Contreras. I do like Contreras, even though he hasn't been, pulling that much. His form, he's heating up. He does have some great hard hit, and he's getting some good fly balls. Yeah, immediately I say Chorio and Contreras. I'm trusting the form score, honestly, because that was the other one, right? Form score greater than 65 is hitting at 15%, so I'm trusting form score. Um, so yeah, we'll go Contreras. I'm okay with the home run. Fantasy total bases and Chorio. All right, let's go next game. All right, Padres versus Cubs. Top reads is going Machado, Suzuki, Bush, Happ. See, immediately Machado's form sticks out. He has been hitting a couple home runs. Last couple games, he's looking okay, looking decent. Padres just as a whole, man, I'm pretty disappointed in them. Home team's been letting us down. Happ's form is heating up right now too, so they're immediately above that 60 that we want to see. So San Diego versus Boyd. Barrel scores going Machado, Tatis, Merrill, France. Matchup is going Machado, France, Tatis, Merrill. Let's see. Tatis is Tatis. He does get on base. He does get on base. Let's go Machado, Tatis, man. I'm going to trust my Padres tomorrow. I'm going to trust my Padres. If I had to pick one of them to hit the home run, though, it would be Machado. Yeah, it would be Manny. All right, let's see. Cubs versus Sears. This could be an interesting game. Suzuki, Bush, and Happ all got scores above 70. Form is there. They just probably don't have the odds between that 300 and 800. Now, I am pulling this data early, so you guys may see better odds. You may catch better odds at some point. So just keep that in mind, too. Take that with a grain of salt. Ian Happ, though, does stick out to me immediately. Swanson's heating up. Man, Bush. But we want above 65 form. So, yeah, I like Happ. And I like Swanson. All right, these are my favorite props. Hitter fantasy score and total bases. These are just my favorite props. I just like them. Because total bases is a demon prop. And if you know somebody's going to get 2 hits or hit doubles, that's the other thing. If these are, right, think barrel. If we're thinking of these originally as home run hitters, if I'm taking them and they hit a home run, then I cash everything else, right? It's just a plus. So that's just a way you could stack. Let's go next game. Minnesota versus Houston. Top reads going Alvarez, Buxton, Clemens, Bell. Barrel signals immediately going Clemens, which I agree with. I do agree with. Let's see. Minnesota versus Burrows, Buxton, Clemens, and Bell. Yeah, Clemens got the best odds then. So that's where we go. All right, that's where we go. Now next after Clemens, Buxton's most likely going to be the guy. He's got a great pull barrel. He's getting on base. Yeah, so Buxton, he's good for bases. He's good for fantasy. He gets walks. He gets doubles. and he could hit a home run too, right? So we'll just take him for a home run because it's Buxton. Bell, I do like Bell though. I do like Josh Bell. Josh Bell is somebody who's been heating up. And so now knowing what we know, 15% hit rate on form above 70 or above 65. Caratini. Yeah, Caratini. Let's go. Sleeper pick. Yeah. All right, bet. Let's keep it going. All right, Houston versus Joe Ryan, Alvarez, Walker, Cam Smith for the barrel scores. But man, nothing really sticks out like Jordan Alvarez. But he's always going to stick out because this dude just does nothing but hit the ball and get on base. So, however, he is susceptible to walks, right? That's why I like fantasy scoring. And I don't want to force chalk, so I'll just stay safe with him. Cam Smith did smack a home run, though. I like Christian Walker, but he just really hasn't been hitting it too well. But I do like Christian Walker, though. Trammell's somebody who, he's somebody who can go yard, too. Even though the numbers aren't there, right? Even though the numbers aren't always there, there are still the possibility. Anybody can hit a home run, bro. These people are in the MLB. Like, they don't play baseball for no reason. So we got to, stop taking that away from them. Anybody can hit a home run. It's just the probability of this happening. Well, why chase it every single time? That's it. That's all. Yeah, Christian Walker, though. He does stick out to me next. Total bases and fantasy. I'll probably keep it there. Cam Smith, because I do like Cam Smith. Let's just go Smith. I don't want too many names, right? I still want to keep it down. Even though we're looking at other props, I still don't want too many names. All right, so we got Miami versus Colorado. It's going to be an interesting game, too. Top reads is going Goodman, Stowers, Casey, Hernandez. Miami versus Gordon. Stowers, Casey, Hernandez all have barrel scores above 65. Top matchup scores is going Conine, Stowers, and Casey. Yeah, this dude Conine, man. He's got platoon advantage. I did see him hit a home run today. His matchup, so that's something that's sticking out to me. It is a small sample size. I will give him that. But even then, this dude is getting on base. He's got good barrel, good fly ball, so he's hitting it hard and he's hitting it in the air. Casey immediately, though, sticks out to me. And Stowers, those are consistent hitters for Miami, honestly. Yeah, Casey and Stowers. And Conine. Yeah, we could watch out for Conine, too. Yeah, but I'm only going with Casey and Stowers. That's just me, though. Colorado versus Yuri Perez. Barrel score is going Goodman, Moniak, Julian. And then matchup score, top three is going Goodman, Moniak, Julian. Goodman's on a tear right now, though. That barrel score, that's why he is technically somebody who should have gotten the barrel signal, quote unquote. He does meet all of the criteria. It's just his odds won't be between that 300 and 800 range. But he is good for home run. All right, it's Hunter Goodman. He's good for home run. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. And then Moniak. I do like Moniak. I had him for a run. He didn't score, which was surprising. They put up like 10 runs today. But he could get on base for you, right? So let's go Moniak bases and fantasy. That's really what I like there. Will Castro is a good bat though too. Just calling out everything that I do see. Carrick could be a good bat. He gets on base, right? So on base average is what this is. So weighted on base average, right? Weighted on base average per contact. That's what Will Bacon is. Um, so that's really what I like there. Let's see. Did I go top reads? Yep, I gave you guys a top reads. All right, let's go next game. All right, sorry, y'all. All right. All right, who we got? We got the Dodgers versus Oakland. Dodgers versus Oakland. See, top reads is going Shohei, Kurtz, Langoliers, Freeman. Shohei's got the barrel signal, which is interesting. That means his odds are plus 300. Really? Let me check that. Hold on. That would be interesting. Who's pitching? Springs? Alright, sorry, y'all. I'm searching to see if that's really true. Nah, so on FanDuel, it's showing plus 220. So that's why I'm going to look into that, make sure that that is accurate. Make sure, or wherever. It could be pulling his odds from somewhere else, though. Maybe DraftKings could have those odds. I'd have to look on the back end. I do have an odds, like an odds hunter. It shows the best odds across what books, depending on where you are. So that is something that eventually I'll show you all, because a lot of you all could be in different places where you have sports books where you could play straights. So I know, like right now, Caesars has Kurtz like plus 2,000 or some shit, something like that, something ridiculous. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind that I'll probably roll out. Let's see, Dodgers versus Springs. Barrel scores going Ohtani, Freeman, Muncy, Betts. Matchup scores Ohtani, Freeman, Muncy, Betts, and these dudes are hot right now. I hate to say it as a Padres fan that the Dodgers are hot. Ugh. Can't believe I just said that. But hey, as far as money goes, I don't discriminate, and they are hot bats. Shohei is Shohei. He could go yard. Jeffrey Springs makes mistakes as a pitcher. So it'll be interesting. Max Muncy finally went, and I missed him. All good, though. Mookie Betts is starting to heat up. So I like, immediately, though, I like Betts first. Just because Shohei is a little bit riskier, but I will go with Shohei as well. All right, can't discriminate there. Freddie Freeman is one of my favorite Dodgers, even just one of my favorite baseball players. He's starting to grow on me. Dude just is just good. He just sees the ball really well in the zone, makes good contact a lot of the times, and we could see that here. He gets on base consistently. He's got a good barrel. So Freeman is somebody you could take too. Yeah, I like Freddie Freeman. But even just looking at anything else, Dalton Rushing, his numbers do stick out a little bit too as far as his Will Bacon. He does get on base. Looks like he makes good contact. He's got good barrel and a good launch angle too. And he's got a good hard hit, right? Above 45. So these are just other things, but platoon advantage is going Mookie Betts, Pajes, Hernandez, Edman, Freeland, and Rojas. So that's something to keep in mind, depending on what you're looking for. Oakland versus Robleski. Barrel scorers going Kurtz, Langoliers, Muncy. Matchup, we got Langoliers, Kurtz, Muncy. I mean, Kurtz does stick out to me. No platoon advantage. Like I said, his odds are at plus. I think that was a glitch or something. It had to be, bruh. So I'm gonna ignore it because he doesn't have the signal, and he would have met that criteria. So, but Kurt choked today. Did all the above. I might run him back though. Could be a good day to run it back. There's gonna be some great weather tomorrow. Um, so I'm gonna run Kurtz back. I forgive you, bro. I forgive you. I only give people a couple chances. Like James Wood. James Wood definitely is somebody who might be going on my ban list very soon. Um, the day he hits a home run, I don't take him. So it's all good. It's all good though. I'll pick that bone with him later. Langoliers does look solid too. Hoping Golovkin could get back soon, man. That was somebody that I liked watching play. Just in general. Bolt does have the home run. I mean the form. And again, that bucket it does hit at a 15%, 13%, I think 65 up on the home run form. So, I'll take Bolt for. Doesn't have great power, and he's not really in the sweet. Like, doesn't really get good launch angle. Like again, we're seeing it's negative 1.2 degrees, so he's a ground ball risk, actually. Yeah, so I'm not gonna actually touch him. He's a ground ball risk. I'm gonna stay away. And watch him go tomorrow. But let me actually just test it because I am trying to test things. So I will go Bolt as far as bases goes. Just that's it though. I want to see if he can get some power. And not even some power, some air. See if he can get under the ball a couple of times. Robleski's okay. I'm not saying he's a terrible pitcher, but I'm not saying he's the best either. So, and the A's got some good hitters. The A's have some good hitters. Langoliers is another person who sticks out to me. He's got the best matchup, second best barrel score, and a third best home run for him. So yeah, let's go Langoliers. I was gonna go to the next page. All good. All good. And like I said, if you're still with me watching this, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Again, I enjoy doing this. That's why I'm up right now still. Because I just was on here making these edits. Just trying to really dial in on this and just bring as much value as I can to the space, man. That's it. So yeah, that's why I'm going there. Let's see. Let's go next game. Only got a couple more games. All right, we got the Angels versus Seattle. Top reads is going Canzone, Raleigh, Nito, and Rayleigh. Canzone has the barrel signal, so we'll keep that in mind once we get there. All right, Angels versus Brian Wu. Sheesh, this is gonna be an interesting one because look at that swinging strike. One thing I do want to do is also see if I like pitcher K's, but I do like the hitters this year. But you can look at it that way too. This team has a high swinging strike, and Brian Wu could throw 7, 8, 9 strikeouts, right? And I'm looking at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? At least he could have a few strikeouts tomorrow. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this game. Barrel score is going Nito, Soler, Adele. Matchup score is going Soler, Nito, Adele. Form, Nito, Guzman, Adele. With Brian Wu on the mound now. Let's see. What do I like? I do like Soler. I like Soler and Nito. Nito is probably I like the best. So I'll immediately just go Nito bases and home run. Hit a fantasy score. But Guzman's form, because it is above 65, I am paying attention to that too. He's got decent well bacon. His barrel's starting to creep up. Fly balls are nice, and he's got good hard hit. Launch angles in there. Yeah, let's go Guzman. I'll go Guzman for some bases. I'll take him for a home run too, just to test that bucket. But the safe route, total bases, hitter fantasy, to not be disappointed, right? Oh, whoops. There we go. There we go. All right, looking at Seattle. Soriano's on the mound, so this should be an interesting one. Canzone's got the barrel signal, and Canzone looks really good tomorrow. Barrel scores going Canzone, Riley, Rayleigh. Matchup scores going Canzone, Rayleigh, Riley. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, Canzone does look good. Canzone looks good. Home run, total bases, fantasy, the whole 9 yards. And let's see. I like Rayleigh next. It's got the second best matchup score. Form isn't where it needs to be for home run, for what we want, for what I want, what I know so far. But bases, hitter fantasy could be a safe one. And if if Cal's truly big thumper, whatever they be calling him, big thumper, if he's truly starting to heat up too, it could be somebody to pay attention to. Julio Rodriguez does have a home run form score of above 70. Barrel score is 65.5, so he's right there. His odds probably just weren't the best. Yeah, so let's go Canzone and Julio. Yeah, Canzone, Julio. Who else looks good? I do like Rayleigh, as I said. Yeah, Rayleigh. All right, Rayleigh. So what I'll also do is I'll go back and I'll update this list too, and we'll just do a recap. I'll do a recap in the beginning, and see what hit. I'll take the hit rate or whatever, and just really start tracking data to see what's working, what's not working, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be adjusted, anything like that. All right, so let's go this last game. All right, we got San Francisco and Arizona. Top reads is going Devers, Marte, Carroll, Eldridge. No pitcher yet. Ooh. That sucks because San Francisco's been heating up. Devers does have the barrel signal just based on what we need, barrel score, form, and his odds. So I'm okay with going with Devers before seeing the pitcher. I'm okay with that. Just based on that signal. Casey Schmidt, just based on his form alone. Because currently my home run form is not pitcher dependent. That's a straight hitter stat. So that's just showing the hitter's tendencies. Schmidt has pretty consistent tendencies. Right, it's pretty consistent, so that's something to keep in mind there too. But without seeing the pitcher, I just don't feel comfortable. But let's go Schmidt. Yeah, let's go Schmidt. All right, let's go Arizona versus Rupp. Barrel scores going Marte, Carroll, Moreno. Matchup, Carroll, Marte, Moreno. Marte immediately sticks out. He's got the barrel score, he's got the home run form, and his odds are between that 3 and 800. So let's go. I'm going Marte immediately. And then after that, man, Corbin Carroll, yo, he is bugging me though, bro. He's bugging me. Keep hitting these. If I see another near home run notification with his name on it, he's going on the ban list too. He'll be there. But for tomorrow, he'll go on my slip. But for tomorrow, he'll go on the slip. And that's really what I like. Other than them, let's see. All right. Groover doesn't look bad. He just doesn't strike. I mean, he doesn't swing and miss really, right? But he's just not getting on base how I really want him to. And Carroll's gonna give us some extra bases though. Yeah, that's probably where I'll keep it. Marte and Carroll. So cool. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but there was more information that I wanted to give you all. There was more of just a breakdown that I wanted to give you all. And this is still only like my 7th video or whatever. So I just want to, again, thank everybody immensely for all of the support that I've been getting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Again, if you guys have any questions, man, hit me up. I'm an open book. I have no problem sharing this information with anybody who wants it. Anybody who, you know what I'm saying, is truly reaching out with good intentions. Because I'm not trying to do nothing but just help, bro. I'm not here to take anybody's anything, copy anybody's anything. I'm legit just trying to be here to help people read, streamline information, and I just like coding, and I like watching baseball. So, again, I appreciate everybody who stuck with me through this whole video, man. And let's cash tomorrow. We finna cash, and it's gonna be a good Tuesday. So I'm out, y'all. Have a good one.